360 Sport. It's time to talk about sport again. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, MPFL, Nigerian Professional Football League, matches that have played across different stadia in Nigeria in match day 2, where 10 matches that was played, 16 goals were scored, 6 home wins, and you have 3 draws and 1 away win. Talking about the MPFL match day 2 that happened just on Sunday across Nigeria, where Nasarawa United play 1-1 against Gombe United, who came visiting in Lafia. You also have other matches where Aqua United also play 1-1 draw against Shooting Stars of Ibadan in the matches that happen over there in Ibadan. Lots of matches that was played. We just have to look at that as we'll be unveiling our guests in the studio in the person of Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good morning,
Adeni.
Adeni, you've been away for like 2 days.
Yes.
You've eaten enough chicken,
right?
You look even fatter than.
Seriously?
I know.
That's nice. That's very good. At least, thanks for having me back. At least now, look, we are talking about the MPFL. A lot of matches was played. 10 matches, 16 goals were scored. We have 6 wins, although out of 7 wins, 6 were from home, 1 away win, and you have 3 draws. And you also have other losses there. And you have one good thing is Derby was there, Oriental Derby, Rangers versus Eyimba, where Eyimba they were able to win, silencing Rangers, the Fly Antelope. You also have where Kano Pillars also did their best. Nasarawa against Gombe in Lafia, it ended 1-1. Shooting Stars, they're back to the Nigerian Professional Football League. They play 1-1 against Aqua United. Aqua United seems to be having the key to all the teams now. They were able to win their first game, and now this second one, they were able also getting a draw away to Shooting Stars. All these matches came up on Sunday.
Okay, I think I'll give it to the Remo boys. Okay, I think their first match, they are among the 2 teams that won away from home. They won against MFM. That's their first match. And then yesterday also, they won their match. They've played 2, they've won 2. Currently now they are sitting top of the league table. So it's like they are sending a message that I'm here to stay, not to go back. So I'm going to give it to them. And I'll give it to Eyimba also, because they've played Oriental Derby twice. The first match they played, which they won, and the one they played yesterday, which they won also. So playing 2 derby in Nigerian League, we know how it is.
How difficult
it is, and for them to be able to win. And they also did to what Enugu Rangers did to Katsina United when Enugu Rangers traveled to Katsina United in the week 1 to beat Katsina United at home. They too, they did it to Enugu Rangers by beating them at home. So I think interesting day ahead in the Nigerian Professional Football League. And the good thing to note, unlike what we had during the week 1, this week 2 is we don't have any issue of crisis at all. So if you continue like this, I think it's a very good development for the grassroots development football in Nigeria.
That's a good one there. We're talking about Nigerian Professional Football League matches that went down across different stadia in Nigeria, where week 2 matches actually went down. We have 16 goals scored in those matches. And to let you know that a lot of matches at the Cathedral in Enugu, Eyimba International, they were the winning side as they were able to win against Rangers International. And you just have to give it to Raymond Stars, a team that won't stop winning. They've won 2 matches right now, and they are really doing so well, topping the league in the MPFL. Well, we just have to quickly look at the way it's standing in the MPFL table, where Raymond Stars are now topping that table there. They are topping, and behind them is Eyimba. At the same point, Eyimba International also second on the log for the fact that they were able to do so well. First match, they won against Abia Warriors. Second match, they also did well, and now they are standing second behind Raymond Stars. The likes of Nasarawa United are standing 12th on the log, and you just have to give it up to Raymond Stars. They are just back to the MPFL, and now they are showing their class that they want to. Although it's too early to call a team maybe the best now, but at least for Raymond Stars, who have done it back-to-back, winning their matches, that shows that they are really ready for this league.
And scoring 5 goals without conceding also. So that shows that they are really back. Yes, it's too early to say, but looking at the first and the second match they played, it shows that really the main business this time around, unlike before. When you have a new team coming into and the League One, they want to have this sense of belonging, that you guys are not better than us. So we are there doesn't mean that that's where we actually belong to. So, I mean, winning away from home in Nigerian League, it's really not a joke. And I think they're the only team that won away from home and also at home now. So that makes them a very perfect match. So I think they are here to make a statement, and the statement is being made already.
We're still talking about Remo Stars there. Now let's go on the short break. Let's see what happened between Aqua United. They traveled to Ibadan to play against Shooting Stars of Ibadan. It ended on a draw. Though they scored first before Shooting Stars put one back, but it was a match to behold. Quickly, let's have a look at that particular match. In Aqua United against Shooting Stars in Ibadan, it ended 1-1 there in that particular encounter. To let you have a feel of what is happening in the MPFL, we just have to quickly give you that particular clip. Shooting Stars, they play at home. They were able to even, at least they managed to get a goal back. Aqua United scoring first in that particular encounter.
Well, I'm looking at the pitch, looking at the standard of that pitch.
That pitch, and
that's the stadium that
they just renovated.
His Excellence Seyi Makinde commissioned not quite long. It looked like they are playing with
in one secondary school,
even
I think they poured dust on the pitch.
My secondary school pitch is far better than this. I think a lot is expected if you are expecting a good standard from these players. You can't expect a player to be playing in this atmosphere and you'll be expecting the best from them. We all watch other matches, European matches, even the League 3, League 4. If you see the
pitches,
in fact, it's totally an high. So what we just watched now, I don't believe that this is the Adama Simba that I used to know. This is the Adama Simba that I used to train and I used to play has become something like this. I think a lot is expected from the state government. A lot is expected from private individual. A lot is expected from the corporate organization to please bring back the glory days of the grassroots football in Nigeria.
Lekon Adamasiba Stadium at its best there. You just saw that pitch. We can say, is he an ISO now? Well, dust everywhere in the MPFL. We also will fix that particular pitch ahead of other matches that will be coming up, because being approved for such a match, I think it's totally unacceptable, because I'm sure the LMC committee that approves stadium, there are some stadiums that will say, okay, you have to work on that. But looking at this particular pitch, that pitch is not worthy to be at least being played on for football at all. That shows that Aqua United really they tried their best. So
they really tried their best. And I think if you are playing in a pitch like this and you have draw, I think
you tried.
Not that you really try. They should look for a way to consolidate.
You should have won.
You. Okay, if you can get 1-1 from this pitch away from home, it should have been 3 points.
My goodness, that's it. Talking to concerning that, where we just finally got our result there. Shooting Stars of Ibadan 1-1 against Aqua, the one you just saw there. Candle Pillars against Lobby Stars. It ended also in draw. It was a big one there. Rivers United 3-0 against Katina United. Enugu Rangers lost at home against Eyimba, while Sunshine Stars lost. They lost away to Abia Warriors. Wiki Tourists defeated Niger Tornadoes by a lone goal. Plateau United also by a lone goal there. Dakada against MFM 2-0. Remo Stars against Heartland 3-0. Nasarawa United against Gombe United ended 1-0 draw there. Those are the results as it went down. 16 goals were scored, and you have about 7 different wins in those games. 6 out of it were home, and you have 1 away. That's Eyimba winning away there. About how many draws now that actually came up in those matches that we just saw. And if you turn that to the table, the way the table is looking now, you just have to look at the fact that Remo Stars are really surprising everyone by topping the league now. It's not as if, because it is the second week they are topping. No, it's not a big deal. But really, nobody expects that Remo Stars should be there as number 1.
So that's the surprise team of the MPFL so far, so good. So I think they should just keep it up. They shouldn't let it get into them. They should know the reason why they are here and the reason why they want to stay. So they should follow that, and I think we'll see Remo Stars probably representing Nigeria in the continental football, probably the CAF or what have you. So
I saw their home ground, so beautiful, very so beautiful.
You can't compare that with what we saw with
just now.
We can't compare it.
Okay, that shows that Remo Stars are really ready to do business in the MPFL, and the way they are going, they want to make statement. Now let's talk about a particular scenario. This European Club Association finally having a deal with CAF, Confederation of African Football, and ECA. They've agreed concerning releasing of players, at least from now to January 3rd. They can see how hold on to some players, but from January 3rd, they just have to release these players finally to join their country teams. Okay,
I see that as a win-win situation. A win-win situation in the sense that at times you have to concede something to win something. And what they wanted before is to look for how we can postpone the AFCON, in which we all came together
and refuse
with one voice, and we refuse and let them know that we are going to protect the heritage of our African football. Started in 1957. This is going to be the 31st edition. So we are going to say no to that. So, I mean, reaching an agreement with them that, okay, no problem, we understand your own issue. You have about 3 or 4 matches, especially the EPL, where they have about 3 matches to play between now and 3rd of January. Allow them. Thank God it's not a Nigerian league that they'll be looking for how to travel by road to their destination. They'll fly this player to Africa with private jets. But however, the issue is how are they going to blend and meet up with their teammates? Now, they are going to release them on the 3rd of January, and the competition is starting on the 9th of January. So that's like 5 days or 6 days. So what time will they have to train with their teammates to have? So that's just the issue. But however, the AFCON is going ahead as scheduled. So that's a very good news and a good one. And I'm sure the players also, they are professionals. If they can play week in, week out at their club, I see no reason why they would not be able to do that for their own father or mother land in Nigeria also.
Good one there. They just have to let African players leave for their clubs to play in AFCON 2021. CAF agrees with ECA on players' release. The likes of Osimhen, Mane, Salah, and not forgetting Riyad Mahrez will all be here in Africa talking about playing the CAF. That is AFCON 2021 in Cameroon. Away from AFCON 2021, we talk about the English Premier League. Matches were played, about 6 matches, where Manchester City, Arsenal, especially Arsenal fans, are smiling for what the team did, winning a very wide margin against Norwich City. It was a good one for Arsenal as they were able to win that game. Manchester City 6-3 against Leicester. Despite the fact that Iheanacho was able to score a goal, it was not enough as Manchester City within 25 minutes, they were able to score 4 goals. And, well, for Leicester, getting the 3 goals, half of the goal they conceded is what they got. Arsenal, walloping Norwich City. Just have to look at those young players of Arsenal. They are really making statement. 5-0, 3 Crystal Palace against Tottenham Hotspur, and 3 in favor of Tottenham Hotspur. West Ham United, 2-3 against Southampton. 3-2 rather. Well, Southampton winning West Ham was a shocking defeat. A lot of people never expected that. Looking at the way West Ham has so far participated, or performed rather, this season. Aston Villa against Chelsea 3-1, while Brighton against Brentford, the BB teams, ended 2-0. Looking at this particular result on the screen, you look at the fact that West Ham against Southampton, West Ham performance so far this season, and losing at home against Southampton, it was a shocking one.
Okay, I think the reality is setting in. The reality is setting in the sense that the spirit they started with is actually going down. So they need to discover themselves that what is wrong with their team. What are they doing wrong? What are they really doing wrong that is making them to lose day in, day out, unlike what we had before. But it's football, it happens. We can't be at the peak all the time. Let's look at the Arsenal, for example. I remember there was a time, I think around October or September, when Arsenal and Norwich played. When Arsenal and Norwich played, it's like a relegation derby. Arsenal was 19, Norwich at 20. Today, Arsenal, they are 4th on the table, and Norwich, they are still 20th. So that is football for you. You have your up and down, but the most important thing is to discover, why am I doing very well and why am I not doing very well?
Let me use that to take you to Chelsea. Chelsea versus Aston Villa 3-1. Did you see that game? Getting 2 penalties. It's as if Jorginho has become the new penalty taker of Chelsea in a very standard way. Okay,
and when it comes to penalty taker, Jorginho is one of the best in the world. Take it or leave it. I think he has played 26 penalties for Chelsea and he has scored 23. So that's a very fantastic statistic. Then if you look at Chelsea, they have their ups also, and they're having their down right now. The truth is, and I'm going to be honest with you and be sincere with you, and the pressure on Chelsea shows that they cannot absorb it. They won the Champions League, and everybody wants to beat a champion.
Of Europe.
Of Europe. So it's like, oh, they are the European champion, and everybody wants to prove a point that I can beat you. So they don't. I think they don't really have what it takes, to maintain success. It's more difficult than to maintain failure. Because if you are successful, everybody wants to beat you. But if you are a failure, you have already been written off. So that's what I think is happening to Chelsea. They're having their own bad times, and I pray and I wish very soon they will come up it. It happens to Arsenal. It happens to Manchester United. It's only Manchester City, like I said earlier, once you see them at the top, especially in December, the way they'll be pouring in goals, you have to be scared that, man, do I really want to beat you? And I think they are playing Arsenal on the 1st of January.
It's going to be a big match.
So I don't know how Arsenal is going to start their year. Is it with a winning side or with a
draw?
A draw or with a walloping? Because give it to this Manchester City right now. They are ready to beat anybody blue. And look at their match yesterday against Leicester City. It was 4-0. Leicester City scored 3, making 4-3. And we're like, oh, we're going to see the repeat of what happened between Nigeria and Brazil or Russia. And all of a sudden, they said, no, we're not heading in at 4-3. We are adding more. And they added 2 additional goals, making 6-3. So that's just a message that you are here, and it's going to. And Liverpool that are behind them currently now. They're going to have their own
time
also. They're going to be without about 3 key players, Mane and Salah alone, for about 3 weeks. So that's going to tell on them
Liverpool.
Also. If Man City can capitalize on that, I'm sure probably by February they should be sitting comfortably at the top of the Premiership table. That we're already winning it again, because it's like the league belongs to them.
The way it is right now, Manchester City seems to be edging home the way they are beating teams and not even stopping at all, scoring so much goals in the English Premier League. Well, those are the result we just gave to you there. Well, that's a particular player with Manchester United. He's not really a happy man right now, despite the fact that he was able to score 23 goals for Manchester United in season 2019-2020. But right now, he's not having it easy. He's just managing himself in that club. Antonio Martial wants to leave. According to news coming out, he says it's time to leave, even coming from his own agent.
Okay, I think it's best for him to leave because their new coach now, he plays high-intensity game.
Football.
That's what he does. Very, very high intensity. And if you're a lazy player, if you're a player that when you lose the ball, you don't recover.
You can't
play.
If you're
a player that you are not a box-to-box player, you can't play. So that, I think, it will be difficult for Antonio Martial to cope with the team. He has done very well also. I think he has played about 768 matches for Manchester United since he was bought from Monaco in 2015. He has scored 79 goals so far, and this season he has played only 3 matches, and under the new coach, he has not played at all. However, who is ready to pay £200,000 per week for him in this crisis that most football clubs are going through? That's the question. Sevilla, they are interested in him. Are they ready to pay that amount? That's the question. The new owners of Newcastle, they are thinking of buying or to reinforce their team in January. Would that be an option for him if they are ready to pay? Because the Manchester United said he is ready to leave, provided the right offer comes in. They are not going to let him go if the right offer did not come in. The £200,000 that they are paying him weekly, how is the arrangement going to be? You still have about 2.5 years deal with Manchester United. So all those things need to be taken into consideration before letting him go. So I think it's best for him to leave.
Considering the fact that, okay, what do you think? Because a lot of clubs coming, they will get this player, Antonio Martial, despite the fact that his nature is not a box-to-box footballer, and the intensity of the kind of style that Rangnick is playing right now, it won't suit him at all. Where can you, as you are, if you want to mention a club that will be suitable for Martial? Okay,
I think you should try Newcastle.
Newcastle United?
Yeah, you should try Newcastle United, or you should try West Ham.
West Ham?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at West Ham with the way David Moyes. Well, I think maybe it will suit him, really.
West Ham will suit him because they have a very strong box-to-box line. Antonio is there, so he can play together with Antonio. They are playing their 3-5-2, 3-5-2, which they will need 2 strikers. But using Antonio Martial as a lone striker, no. He can't do that. He needs someone to support him. He needs someone that is very agile, that is very strong, that can run box to box and give him the necessary support that he needs. So I think he can do very well there. And also, he's kind of he's very skillful also. He's very creative also. He can try Arsenal also.
That would be nice. Arsenal at least.
Yes,
Arsenal should suit Anthony Martial.
Yes, Arsenal too is a very good option. But are they willing to pay or ready to pay £200,000 for Antonio Martial when they have the likes of Odegaard and Saka and Smith? They are paying, how much are they paying those guys? And they are
performing wonders.
Pouring in goal day in, day out. I doubt if Arsenal wants to make that business decision in football.
That's coming from Lyle Peters. There are a good analysis concerning Anthony Martial. We've taken the issue of EPL results, MPFL result, match day 2, where Remo Stars also did well, winning their game. Well, those are that's the package rather on 360 Sports this hour. We want to appreciate you staying glued, watching Trust TV 360 Sports. Appreciating you too for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I can see that the face is still looking very fresh.
Maybe I should sign for one MPFL team.
Yeah, definitely. Abba Warrior will be better for you.
Abba Warrior. Okay, just to have some little banter in the studio, I am Adeni Ajushafe. Sport is fitness and business. Thanks for watching.